Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. In my last video, we have talked about what is AI, why AI is gaining so much popularity these days, and why do we need AI. And also we talked about what is generative AI, generative AI that generate a lot of contents. We talked about the LLM models behind the generative AI applications. there are there are many models for text, for images, for videos. We have also covered it. We have also covered how much resources are needed to run those Gen AI models, like compute power, resources, like memory, storage, and time. So we have covered a very high level overview of generative AI in my last video. But in this video, what I'm going to cover is the agentic AI. So what is agentic AI, and why we are talking about agentic AI these days. Every company is now creating their own agents. They are using the agentic AI already in their existing applications. So let's understand. So the limitation of traditional AI is rigid. The traditional AI systems are rigid. They can only do what they are explicitly programmed for. If you change the situations even slightly, they often fail because they can't adjust on their own. And this is where agentic AI comes in. Now, agentic AI can adapt to new, unpredictable situations and learn over time, just like humans do through experiences. So I'll give a very simple example. You can think about a child learning to ride a bicycle. Now, at very first, he might fall, adjust their balance, or maybe he tried different ways, and eventually he learns to ride smoothly without needing someone to program their brain after every fall. So agentic AI is similar. It doesn't just follow a script, it adjusts, reasons, and improves by interacting with the environment. Now let's see some of the basic difference built with traditional AI and built with the agentic AI, right? So traditional recommendation system. So we had the recommendation system before we have the generative AI or the agentic AI. But what is the cons, or what is the disadvantages of those traditional AIs? Traditional AIs, I'll talking about the recommendation system as an example. Traditional recommendation systems are pretty good at suggesting the products based on what we have done in the past. This is the underlying thing, what we have done in the past. So for example, let's say if you have bought a lot of smartphones, a system might suggest other smartphones or phone accessories. But here is the things, these systems are limited because they only look at the past behavior and don't always keep up the changing preferences, right? That's why it suggests product based on the past behaviors, and it recommends the similar item like clothes or electronics item. So I'll give you a very realistic example. Imagine you have been buying clothes from a specific brand for a while, and the system might keep recommending similar shirts or jackets from the same brand. While that's fine initially, it won't suggest new trends or style you might like as your taste when as your taste evolves. So these systems don't adapt well to changing preferences. So in very short in nutshell, traditional systems are stuck in past, unable to keep up dynamic shifts in the user behavior. So it doesn't adapt to change the user preference. I know the the recommender system was there, but it works on the past behavior. This past behavior is the underlying terms. I keep on iterating this thing, and because of the traditional AI, this is what happened in the traditional AI. Now let's talk about build with the agentic AI. So it adapts to real time data like discounts, time deals, and location. So unlike traditional systems, agentic AI adapts to real time data. This means it can consider things like discounts, limited time deals, and even user location to make more relevant and timely suggestions. Agentic AI offers personalized recommendations like suggesting travel related product tailored to your next trip. If you have been booking flights to Europe, to Mumbai, or any places, the system might suggest baggage deals, travel accessories, or even discounted accommodations. So all is based on your interest and habits. So it learns from the user interactions and changing preferences, right? So this is the this is the difference when you are building your application with the agentic AI versus with the traditional AI. Now, so now we have been talked about agentic AI. Why agentic AI is so much powerful? Because it shifts dynamically based on the user's behavior and interest and hobbies. Now let's talk about if we combine Gen AI and agentic AI, then what happens? So let's understand. Gen AI focus on creating new contents like text, image, and videos. Agentic AI focus on decision making. It is not just generating the content, but makes smart decision based on what it learns from experience. Tesla's self-driving car are powered by agentic AI. This is a real world example. So generative AI is like a brilliant writer, and agentic AI is like a smart assistant. It writes, acts, learns, and adapts. So generative AI is like a chef who can create a new recipe. It takes the ingredients, like data, and combine them in a new way to make something fresh, like a new dish. Agentic AI is a smart chef, or it doesn't follow a recipe. It learns from the previous cooking experience, adapts to the new ingredients, make the decision of how to improve the dish based on the taste, time, and the available tools. See, we'll talk about the agents, tools, what are, and we will also see the demo in the next videos. But let's understand the basics of the agents. Now, what is agent? We are not talking about the agentic AI. This is, but behind the agentic AI, there are the agents, right? Who I mean, behind the picture, there are a lot of workers, AI workers, who are working together to build a great movie. So basically, in general, agent is a system that can understand the user query and finally execute the task to achieve a goal. So agent, a system that perceives, reasons, and act to achieve a goal. So this three terms is very important: perceive, reason, and act. Now, what is perceive, what is reason, and what is act? So basically, autonomous applications that use LLMs, large language model, um, uh, for reasoning and decision making. So this is where the AI agents comes into the picture with large language model, right? The key concept, the key action of the agent is perceive, which means understand the user input, and then reason, which means makes the decision, and act means execute the actions. So at high level, an agent is anything that can perceive its environment, reasons about it, and act based on that reasoning to achieve the goal. In the context of AI agents are smart programs that leverage large language model to understand user requests, plan the task, and execute them autonomously. On Google Cloud, we don't have to build agent from the scratch. Google provide the Vortex AI agent builder. Now we call it AI application, where you can build some conversational apps or task oriented agents. So I will cover this very soon. But here we need to understand what agents is basically. Agent is something that can perceive reasons and act, right? Let's understand AI agent. So um, let's see how recommendation system using the AI agent. So it understand the user's behavior. Again, same, decide what to recommend and take action. Again, these three terms: perceive, reason, and act. So it perceive when agentic AI works with the LLM agent, it perceives the digital environment through structured data like user browsing history, and then it reasons within the algorithm to decide what to recommend, and then finally it act as showing those recommendation to the user. So see here, you can see that this recommendation for you based on the so I recently purchased a luggage bag, and then based on my based on my last purchase, here is the recommendations that the agent has perceived, and then it decided what to do, and then it taken the action and recommended all these items. That is something that something matches my preferences or my habits or my hobbies, like this. So so how AI agents works in a two different system. um, it decide, it first perceive, and then it reasons, decide what to do, and then it take the actions. Okay, now this is something very important: AI agent versus LLM agents. Most of the time, people gets confused. What is AI agent? What is LLM agent? So an AI agent is a broader concept, right? Like you can also, it's a broader concept. It refers to any system that perceives, reason, and act towards achieving a goal, whereas an LLM agent is a type of AI agent powered specifically by a large language model. So very simple example, I can say that, let's say you have a vacuum cleaner, right? Vacuum cleaner, or maybe, yeah, vacuum cleaner maybe. It doesn't have the large language model, but it knows how to perceive, it understand their environment, and then it takes the decisions, and then it act and do the necessary actions. But it doesn't have the large language model. Whereas LLM agent is a type of AI agent that been fueled by large language model. So an LLM agent is a type of AI agent powered specifically by the large language model LLM, right? So it uses natural language to make decisions, answers the questions, call the tools, and etc. And it is often a part of tools using systems. So it has a lot of tools, like calling the APIs, performing the task, or reasoning step by step. So all LLM agents are AI agents, but not all AI agents are LLM agents, right? So there are many examples. I have talked about the recommendation system. Let's talk about, I have I'm giving very simple example. Let's say you want to deploy an application, a chatbot application which process your natural language processing, and you want to deploy some kind of a VM or cloud run service or any kind of a service on Google Cloud platform. So you can bring those AI agents, you can use the tooling system, and those tooling systems and those agents can not just answers the query, but it can also take an action, and also uh, and can create the services like virtual machines, cloud run, on anything on the Google Cloud platform. Now, how LLM or AI agent works? As I already talked about, it perceives, reasons, and act. It receives a natural language input from the user query. It understands the context, the memory, and the environment, and process the data from the external tool or APIs. So, for example, what is the weather in the Paris tomorrow? This is the input that have been received from the user, which has been perceived by the AI agents or LLM agents. Then reason, it interprets the goal and plan next steps. Determine if it needs a tool or access the data, and then it responds directly. Choose the most relevant action. So, for example, here in the reason part, I need to call a weather API and summarize the forecast. And that this weather API is nothing, it's a tool in the agent. I'll talk about the tool very soon. And then based on that, it execute the planned step, calling the tool or API call, updates the memory or internal states, and then it respond with the helpful output, and it will answers with the weather report like 18 degrees Celsius and sunny in Paris tomorrow. So the loop will continue. The receives, reason, act enables LLM to behave like an intelligent agent, not just a chatbot, right? So this is how humans learns, right? When you learn from your mistake, or when you learn from the other tools over the like the external knowledge, you behave differently, right? So that's how this entire loops work for AI agent: perceive, reasons, and act. So types of agents in the AI, we have simple reflex agent, model-based reflex agent, goal-based agents, utility-based agents. I mean, there are a lot of examples. I'm not going to cover this right now. Okay, now, great combo using Agentic AI and Gen AI. I already talked about personalized product recommendations. So, what is happening here? Agentic AI gathers users' behavior, purchase history, seasonal trends, and even the moods based on the interaction. Generative AI crafts a personalized product recommendation message like based on your recent travels. Here are some of the top picks for outdoor gear this summer, something like this. And real world example like Amazon, Shopify, using intelligent agents that autonomously tailor and generate dynamic product suggestions and marketing message. Similarly, if you see the healthcare application on your phone, it monitors the data and the plan routines, and then it sets the alerts, generate the AI writing the health tips, meal plans, right? If you are using those apps, you might be receiving those alerts, plans, right? All those things in a very streaming way, right? Okay, so how to build an agent? We will build an agent using Agent Development Kit by Google. I mean, there are many ways to build an agent, but recently Google has announced an open source framework, Agent Development Kit, which is a kind of a modular framework for developing and deploying the AI agents. And we will use ADK to build some of the agent, and we will see a very simple agent and multi built agent with multiple tools. And we will also try to deploy in agent engine, which we will cover in our next video. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.